All right. Hello and welcome to Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through. We're going to start down on the floor today with some cat-cow for breathing, and then we'll be doing some midline work from the floor as well. Here we go. You're okay. All right. So go ahead and come on down to hands and knees. Make a nice wide handprint, spreading the fingers, placing the hands just underneath the shoulders. Walk the knees about hip width apart. When you're ready to exhale, you're going to push those shoulders, bringing your spine towards the ceiling as you draw that chin in towards the chest. And then we'll gently inhale and draw the shoulders back, looking up. Good. Again, exhale, pushing through, drawing that chin in. Inhale, gently arch. We'll go about 5 cycles here. Just move through at a rhythm that feels best for your body. See if you can get a little bit longer through your breaths as we move. So a little bit deeper breath in, a little bit longer breath out. 1 or 2 more. When you finish, we'll take it back into child's position. Very good. As you get ready for child's, bring your big toes together, walk the knees a little bit wider, reach your arms straight out in front, and now slowly lower the hips back towards the heels, lowering your head towards your mat. And now hold this position for about 3 breaths, trying to breathe in through the nose. See if you can send the air into the sides of the ribs. Feel the side of your lungs expand. Exhale a little bit lower down. Twice more. When you're ready, go ahead and come back up to the knees, forearms stretch next. Go ahead and turn the palms down, fingers rotate in. And then gently lean back, get a nice stretch through those forearms. Continue to stay focused on those nice deep breaths. Gonna calm your body a little bit here before we get started. Use the breath to pull yourself into presence. Good. When you're ready, turn the hands in so the fingers interlace, and we'll go a couple circles with the torso in each direction, circling around 2 to 3 times. Good. And other direction when you're ready. Good. Once you finish that, go ahead and come off the wrist onto your knees, shake them out. And then we'll just circle them around from here. All right, I've got some side plank work to start. We're going to be going through 3 cycles of this piece, switch directions of your circles. We're going to be going upwards of 40 seconds. We'll go side plank on the left arm, lying on the belly for some lying flies, back of the body activation, right arm, and then some mobility in between sets. On sets 2 and 3, we'll give the option for a side plank clamshell. We'll do the version without the band. So I'll show you that when we get there. When you're ready, go ahead and start to come onto your side. You're going to take your left arm, stack that elbow just underneath the shoulders, either keep the knees bent or lengthen the legs out. And we'll come up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Chin in, looking straight ahead. You either reach this top arm up towards the ceiling or hold it on the hip. Check in with the position of the head. Sometimes we'll be a little bit forward here. So chin drawn in, looking straight forward. Continue to lift those hips up. Good, that's 20 seconds. Hello, Moose, waking up from your nap. Again, we're going for 40 seconds here. You need to take a rest anytime, that's 30. Keep holding strong. We'll go on to our stomachs next. And 2, 1, go ahead and lower on down and lie on your stomach. So keeping your feet together. You're going to bring your palms and your hands at the side with the palms up. Draw the chin in towards your chest. And when you're ready, you're going to lift your upper body up, squeezing the shoulders back, spreading the fingers, pushing your palms up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the glute. You lift the feet up off the ground as well, just activating the backside. And you hold this for as long as you feel confident. If you're starting to get any kind of pinch in the low back, anytime you need, just come down, rest, take a breath, and then draw yourself back up. Really focus to lengthen from the top of the head to the bottoms of the feet. That's 30 seconds. You got 10 more. Keep squeezing the bum. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the shoulders down out of the ears. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Feel free to just take a moment, kind of push back into that child's position. Give a little relief to that low back. Rock it forward or rock it back. And then when you're ready, we'll spin around onto your right arm for side plank on the opposite side. We'll start in 10. So again, usually people go wide with their arms. So pull it in, straight under the shoulder. And here we go. Second side. Draw the chin in, looking straight forward. Second week in a row, we've had a rainy Tuesday here. Got some cold rain outside. Good, keep drawing that top shoulder back. Don't let it sink forward. We're 20 seconds in. Continue to breathe. Good. Try not to let the head dip down, Kathy. You'll just lift the head slightly. That's 30 seconds. Better. 2, 1, and rest from there. Great job. We're going to go back in that child's position. Toes together, knees divide. Turn the palms up this time. Bring those little fingers together and drop back from here. This is end of set 1. Just some nice relaxing breaths. Feel free to rock your body side to side, kind of open up that torso a little bit. All right, from there, make your way back up. We're going to go into set 2. We'll start here in 20 seconds. And I'm going to show you the modification, or if you want to take a little bit more, add a little bit more glute work into it, you can turn it into a clamshell. So sometimes we do this with bands. Without the bands, I keep the elbow underneath. And now I'm going to hold my top leg parallel to the bottom. It's going to stay up the whole time. I'll be on the knees. When you're ready, you can join with me. I'm going to push down to that downside knee, lift the hips up, and then I push my hips forward. Hips come back, lower down to the floor, and that's the motion. This leg stays up. Raise those hips up towards the ceiling. Gently push the hip forward. Squeeze the glute of that downside hip, bringing it back and lowering it down. Up, forward, back, and down. Great job. Again, 40 seconds on this side. We're over 30 seconds in. Let's go about 2 more reps here. One more time. Up, forward, down, and back to your stomach. Great job. Lying flies. So palms up, hands at the side. Draw the shoulders back and down. 2, 1. Raise on up. Chin pulls in, looking straight down towards the mat. So your neck's nice and neutral. And you're just thinking about you're a superhuman here. Getting ready to levitate off the mat. Really strong back line for the body. Pulling those shoulders down, firing the glute. Ideally, before you feel any kind of pinch, when you start to feel some fatigue starting to creep in, again, just lower down, take a moment, and then nice big breath, raise back up, drawing that chin in, lengthening, top of the head, tips of the toes. Very good. 10 seconds left. Squeeze and breathe. Spread those fingers, push the hands up towards the sky. 2, 1, and transition. Great job. Just a moment to push back into that child's position and then come back out of it, and we'll make your way onto your right arm. Good. Side plank clamshell or regular side plank. If you're doing the clamshell, knees are bent. We'll come up on that bottom knee. Top leg lifts up. Ready? Here we go. Straight up towards the ceiling and then forward towards the screen. Back, down, holding that top leg parallel to the bottom the whole time through. Good. Breathing as you move here. You should start to feel that downside glute really fire, as well as your obliques on that side. Great work. That's 30 seconds, 10 to go. Two, one, and there's our rest break. All right, great job. We're going to do child's position side stretch this time. Toes together, knees divide. Go ahead and walk your hands to the left side of the mat. Take your right hand, reach it nice and long, and then lower down from here. We'll take about 3 cycles of breathing on this side. Try to keep your hips relatively square. And then when you're ready, same thing, opposite side. Walk them to your right side, reach your left hand long, and then lower down from there. All right, we've got one more round of that. You can keep with the regular plank. You can keep with the clamshells if you like those, or I'm going to demo some side plank rotations this time. We'll start here in 10 seconds. So making your way back to that left arm. Watch that you don't go too wide. So for the rotations, I'm going to go back to the position on my toes. Here we go, lifting on up, and then keeping that upper body lifted. I'll reach that top arm underneath the bottom arm. Coming all the way back to the starting position, reaching under, rotate through. Nice. Steady breathing. I tend to exhale as I reach under, inhale as I come back to the start. "30 seconds in, 10 to go. Last one. And back to the belly. So you can keep your hands at the sides. If you want a little bit different variation, you can also interlace the fingers and bring the hands right behind the head. 2, 1, begin. Everything's the same from there. Chin drawn in. Squeeze the elbows back. Still want to try to pull the shoulders down the spine. You might notice fatigue setting in a little bit sooner than the first couple of sets. So anytime you need, come down and then raise back up. I like to imagine someone kind of stretching me from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. Give it some space through that spine as I hold this position here. 30 seconds in. Continue to breathe, continue to squeeze the glutes. Try to wake up as much of that muscle fiber as you can. And 2, 1, and all done there. Good job. We got to finish out that side plank with the right side. So feel free to take a moment into child's, just pushing back for a second, and then coming out of it, making your way around. Starting in 10. All right, option for those rotations. Ready? Here we go. Up and hold. And top arm can reach under. Rotate through. Gently exhale as you reach under. Inhale as you open. Nice. Great job. That's 20 seconds, halfway to 40. That's 30 seconds, 10 to go. Keep the hips high, keep the shoulders square, and you come into that starting position. And there's our time. Beautiful. This time, come on down. Let's come onto your back. Stretch a bit and then make our way to our feet. So as you lower onto your back, go ahead and hug both legs in, starting with that little double kneaded chest. Loosen everything up. Good. Once everything feels loose there, we'll take those arms out. 2 knee twists next. Both legs come across. Turn the head, looking over that opposite shoulder. And when you're ready, same thing other side. We'll go about twice on each side. Second time through, bringing them back across. Remember to turn that head. And go ahead and balance out. Back to that first side. Second side, rather. All right, as you finish that, we're going to open up the front of the hips. We're going to go just 5 glute bridges here. So keep the knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and then just nice and controlled. Starting to raise the hips up, drawing the chin to the chest, up and down for 5. The more you can fire the glute as you raise up, the more you can lengthen the front of the hips. So similar activation to when we were lying on our stomachs. Now we want to squeeze it as we raise the hips. Maybe one or two more. Great job. As you finish those glute bridges, extend the left leg, draw the right knee towards the right shoulder. Go ahead and loosen up that ankle. We've got some blood flow work. We'll be on our feet soon. So we'll get our ankles ready to go. About 5 circles one direction, and then rotate the other way. As you're pulling this right knee in towards the chest, actively push that left thigh down. Get a little bit of an opener here through the inner thigh. And then we're going to pull that right knee across the body towards the left shoulder. Say hello to the glute on that right side. That glute stretch is starting to loosen up there. We're going to bring that left leg up, figure 4 on the right. Bring the right foot to meet the left thigh and hug that right thigh in. We're going to hold this one for about 30. You can hold this standard figure 4, or those of you that know the sciatic nerve floss, if you want to also move that left leg up and down, extending the leg, toes pulled towards you, point the foot away, drawing it back towards you, holding the toes in that drawn back position as you bend the knee down and in. Take it through one more of those. Extend. Say hello to the hamstring points. Draw it back and hug it on down. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and release there. Before we jump into the other side, we're going to do our little windshield wipers. So walk the feet about hip width apart or the length of the mat. Arms out to the side, and then just nice and gradual here. Lower both legs to one side, up to the center, and down to the other. About 3 times on each. Often doesn't feel like a whole lot if your hips have pretty good motion there, but just keeping some internal and external rotation through the hips. All right, once you finish that, we'll go into that single knee to chest on the left leg. Right leg extends. Push that right thigh down and now interlace front of the left shin, pulling it towards the left shoulder. Ankle rolls about 5 times each direction. All right, turn it the other way. And then into that glute stretch, glide that knee across towards your right shoulder. Check back in with the position of your head. If that chin is starting to sneak up towards the ceiling, lift the head up, draw the chin in, try to hold that upper spine nice and flat. When you're ready, hugging the right leg up, left foot meets the right thigh, figure 4. Woohoo. All right, if you want to add the right leg into it, you'll extend the right knee, drawing the toes back, point the foot, pull them back towards you, and then bend the knee down and in. Just did a couple of those on the other side. So one more. When you're ready, go ahead and release. All right, nice work. Let's roll back over to all fours. We're going to go into down dog and then inchworm our way up to the standing. So give a moment here. Gently pulse into this down dog. So I'll rock forward onto my hands, rock back, gently guiding my heart towards my thighs, drawing the chin to the chest. And then from there, pedal out those heels. Say hello to the calves, lowering the heel down to the floor, alternating sides, about 3 to 5 times on each side. Ooh. Good. Once the calves have gotten some love, then we'll slowly push the hands, walk towards the toes, making your way into kind of a forward fold position, soft bend the knees. And then we'll take our time, slowly coming up out of this. Just letting your head be nice and heavy, strong to the midline, and gradually bring the hands up the legs all the way to standing. All right, nice work. Want to grab a drink of water? Gonna work some balance with the quad stretch next. So set one foot down, draw the shoulders back, lift up to the midline, grabbing one foot. Soft bend in the knee. Exercises in the next piece are going to be lunges, alternating reverse lunge for 45 seconds, some blood flow work for 45. Then we're going to come down to a forearm plank, option of dragging a weight underneath your body. When you're ready, switching legs on the quad stretch. Set the foot, lift on up, establish that balance, grab the other side. Going to be moving through for 4 rounds. We'll have some stretching at the end of each round, open up that upper body a little bit. We've got some upper body work in the final circuit, working some push-ups and some core. 10 more seconds here. All right, go ahead and release that foot. Let's go inner thigh stretch, and then we'll warm up a couple squats before we go into that lunge. So wide base stance here. Make sure the feet are rooted down. Reach those arms straight out. And now nice and gradual here. Guide the knee wide as you sink into that side lunge. Breathe in as you come back up to the standing position. And then same thing other side. Excellent. Let's go once more each way. Maybe your body wants to go a little bit deeper into it, but just feel it out. No forcing. Good. Back to center. Last time on that second leg. Toes are gripping down, knees pushing wide, shin stays nice and vertical. And bring it up, shimmy those feet back in. All right, beautiful. Before we go into the single leg work with the lunges, let's go about 5 squats here. Sinking down, standing tall. Fantastic. One more. Great job. All right. The only weights that you'll need is if you want to add some weight to the lunges. I'm going to go unweighted on the first round. And then when we go down to that forearm plank, if you want to pull a weight underneath, you want to have that available. If you're not familiar with the movements, I'll be demoing them as we go through. Talk it through on the first round. If you know what we're doing, then just join in from the start. We're going to go round 1 here in 10 seconds. Standing nice and tall, alternating legs. Ready? Here we go. Control the step back, lightly bringing that knee down, front shin vertical, drive up and forward, and switching legs. Control, chest up, drive forward. Nice. Front heel should stay planted. Back foot's like on the ball of the foot. Eyes looking straight ahead. Similar to our squats, if it helps you, if you're not holding weight, you can reach those arms out as you lower down, rest them at the sides as you stand. Good. There it is. All right, maybe one more each leg, back and down, up and forward. 2, 1, and take a pause. All right, standing up nice and tall, we're gonna start a little bit slower here with a pause march. Just kind of maintain that balance. Just a momentary pause. Good. We'll take that into a march and punch. There you go. Exhale with that punch. Nice. And either step or jump jacks. Beautiful. 10 seconds left. And they'll make our way to the forearm plank. 2, 1, and make your way to the floor. All right, so coming down onto the forearms, if you're going to use the weights, you're going to have it on one side of the body. Very nice. So I have support on those forearms, feet just outside the hips. And when you're ready, you can reach under. Draw the weight across. Breathe as you move. Chin pulled in. You want to feel your glutes engage as you shift from one side to the other. Feel the booty fire. Looking straight down between the forearms. Great job. That's 30 seconds. Get sure those hips don't drop down. You don't want to have any arch in the back. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. All right, let's either child's position or we did quite a bit of that. Let's go a couple more cat cows. Just nice and smooth, moving a little bit faster than the warm up here. Up and down, chin to the chest, and lift the head. Good. All right, that's set 1. We're gonna do it 3 more times. We'll start in 30 seconds. So let's come back into down dog. Slowly come to your feet. Feel free to grab a drink. You want to hold weights on the next set of lunges. Everything a little bit forward here. All right, 15 seconds till we begin. If you're going to hold weights, you can hold them at your sides. I personally like them up at my shoulders when I can to help keep those elbows high. All right, check in with the feet, toes pointing straight ahead. And here we go, alternating legs. Good. Nice rhythm, Kathy. Second of 4 sets. Similar to how we are reaching those arms up as we lower. If you're holding the weights up here at the shoulders, think about raising your elbows up. So a little movement through the shoulders. Good, that's 30 seconds. That's great. Last one, and set the weights down if you're using them. All right, blood flow piece next. We're gonna start with just a little arm swing, side step, kind of move up, warm up these lateral muscles here. Great job. And now we'll go to that lateral step over, holding those arms out to the side, palms forward, knees high. Excellent. Couple more. We're going to go to our running high knees or a march next. So you can either do like a little run in place, lifting those knees up, or the march. Great job. And then the final 10 seconds, step or jump jacks. Woo. And there's the pause. Great job. Making your way down for the forearm plank. Option of that weight for the drag through. Starting in 5, 2, 1, here we go. On the forearms and have the palm of the support hand down towards the floor as well. Gives you a little bit more support. And when I'm reaching for that weight under the body, I reach with the palm up towards the ceiling, like an underhand grab, and then draw it under. If you feel like your back's gonna arch, you can also come down to the knees and do this movement from the knees. Just over 30 seconds, 10 seconds left. And there's our 45. Woo! All righty, great job. Let's open up that mid back with some rotations. So come back up on the hands and knees, one hand behind the head, 5 times each arm, elbow to elbow, lift up, exhale as you rotate. Breathe in as you draw together. So 5 for me. After you finish 5, go ahead and switch sides. Same thing, other side. Take your time as you open up, peering over that elbow, lifting up out of that downside shoulder. So really push through the floor, lift up to the torso. All right, fantastic. When you finish that, make your way up to the feet. We've got 20 seconds till we start our third round. Whew. Doesn't feel so chilly anymore. 10 seconds. Option to hold the weights. Elbows up and forward, standing tall. Ready, begin. Remember to just be really soft as you bring that knee down. If anything's limiting you, just go as far as you're confident. Keeping that front foot firmly planted through the heel. And then think about propelling yourself. Push down, lift up, open through the hips. Good. It's 30 seconds. Nice rhythm. And finish that rep and we'll take a rest. All right, blood flows next. Instead of high knees, we're gonna work more of the hamstring, pulling the heels up underneath the glutes. You can do it as a march or a little run in place. Good. Excellent. Next, I'm kind of making my way to the side. We're gonna do our side shuffle and arm swing. Good. If you want to add like a little 3-point touch to it, you can reach down for the floor. One hand steps back, or one leg steps back. Same side hand reaches for the opposite foot. 15 seconds. We're just going to stick with this version to finish this set. Good. One more time, down and back. And make your way to your plank. On the forearms, palms down towards the floor. Ready? Here we go. Oops. Grab my weight. Chin in. We start to lose the head forward. So keep drawing the head back. You want your head to be level to the shoulders. Continuous breathing. Great job. There's 30 seconds. Squeeze that booty as you shift the weight. Final time. And take the rest. Great job. We're going to do another cycle of those mid-back rotations. You can either stay up on the hands like we did last time. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the twist, come down to the forearm. So on the forearm, same idea from there. Hand behind the head. Elbow comes towards the opposite elbow. Rotate open. 5 times each side. Exhale on that opening and switch after 5. Fantastic. All right, we've got 25 seconds till we start that last round. So making your way into down dog. Push through those shoulders. And back up to the feet. And depending upon your energy level, if it's been a while since you've done any of this, maybe give a rest on the lunges, especially at the last round. Maybe join us for the blood flow and planks. Otherwise, if you're in for all 4, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Again, you can keep that same tempo, or if you want to push the pace a little bit, as long as you're not going to slam that knee down. That's all we have for the legs today. This is the end of the work for the legs. Excellent. Elbows push up as you step back. 30 seconds done. even out the sides. I never remember where I started though. And there's the 45. All right, back to blood flow. We're going to start the running high or heel kickers again, and then go to the grapevine on the karaoke. Excellent. First 15 seconds here, driving the arms to the side, keeping the eyes up, chest tall. All right, then from there, grapevine. One foot crosses in front. You can do that little side step if you want. So for the side step, one foot steps back, other hand reaches for that opposite leg. 15 seconds. Nice work. Whew. Down, back. When you finish that cycle, down for your final plank. At least until the push-ups. Push-ups are just a moving plank, so we still have more midline work and upper body. 2, 1, here it is. I found myself starting to lose my head forward. So remember, looking down, but chin in, head in line with the shoulders. Whew. Nice work. Nice and neutral or side to side. 10 seconds. Ready? And we're done there. Woo-hoo. Great work. And return to that child's position. It's good resting posture for these movements. Very good. We're going to open up the inner thigh before we go into our last piece. So back to all fours, kick one leg out to the side, and then rocking back again. Sometimes we rock this forward and back. This time, let's just kind of hold this position and breathe. Your right leg is the leg that's extended. You can kind of crawl the fingers of the right hand towards the left side of the body. Turn it into a little bit of a side stretch. When you're ready, come on up. Same thing, opposite side. Extend that leg out. Try to have the sole of your foot down on the floor. Straight back to start. And then again, if you have your left leg extended, it'll be the left hand that crawls across towards the right side of the body. All right, well done. Let's go ahead and lie on your stomach. Arms out to the side. We're gonna do a couple scorpions and then we'll get a drink and start into it. So for the scorpions, you're gonna tee the arms straight out to the sides, crawl the fingers of the left hand across, lift the right leg, bend the right knee, and then start to bring that right foot back. Squeeze that glute so you don't overarch the back. And when you're ready, same thing, other side, opposite hand crawls out, kind of draw that shoulder back. And now the left knee bends and that left leg across. All right, fabulous. Come out of that, come on up, let's grab a drink. We have 4 sets to finish, practicing our push-ups on the first bit. You can be down on the floor, chest to the ground. Also really excellent to do an elevated push-up. So you can be from the toes, working that long lever position. I'm going to demo it from the up here. Then we're going to lie on our backs or roll over. And it's going to be the leg lowering abs, either with straight legs or bent legs, working on that lower spine, lower core, keeping that low back flat to the ground. And we're just going to do a little bit of a down dog, like a down dog pulse. Open up the mid back. And that will be our movements. Push up, leg lowering abs, and like a down dog. It's gonna be like a yoga push up, but I wanna vary that up a little bit today. Give it a break from the pushing. All right, so let me know if there's any questions. Otherwise, we're gonna start here in about 15 seconds. Again, I'm gonna demo the push-ups from an elevated position. If you wanna do a different version, that works for you. All right, whatever version of the push-up you decide, take a nice wide handprint, place those hands just underneath the shoulders, and 2, 1, here we go. So drawing the elbows back, chest towards the deck, pushing straight away. Midline nice and tight, squeeze the glutes. Good. Nice, Kathy. Halfway through. We're looking for that full range of motion and trying to avoid that wide wing of the elbows. So we don't want to shoot those elbows straight out. I know I say it a lot because we see it a lot. Squeeze, stay strong, drive away, and rest. Great job. Either come onto your back or roll onto your back. So the focus here is on that lower spine. If you have any kind of issue going on, keep the knees bent, raise them up and down, or if you want more of a challenge, legs straight. When you're ready, keeping that low back flat. With my legs straight, I'm going to lower my legs down as far as I can feel like I can keep that low back flat. When I feel like it's going to start to arch, then I pull them back up to the start. So just taking my time, lowering them down, draw it back up. Very nice. You can point the toes. Let's go just a little bit longer on this one. That's 30 seconds. Maybe one more rep. And go ahead and rest. Great job. We're going to vary up the position next. Let's go into a little bit of a bridge pose. I think it's going to feel good to open up the front of the chest. So roll, kind of bring those shoulders back and down. Draw the chin in with the knees bent. We're going to raise the hips up and now pull the arms underneath the body. We're going to hold this one for 30. Chin towards the chest, lengthening through the spine. And then we'll roll over for those down dog pulses next. Good. Keep the glutes engaged. If you start to feel any kind of pressure in the low back, just lower the hips a bit. Otherwise, continue to try to open the chest, drawing the shoulders back. And when you're ready, gradually lower those hips on down. Beautiful. All right. Rolling back over to the front side. Wide handprint. We're just going to go about 5 times in a down dog here. I call them pulses, where I pulse back, rock forward, pulse back, chin towards the chest. It's very common to be stiff through the mid back, especially with all the sitting that we do, all the work that we do right in front of our chest, whether it's the computer, the phone, driving in the car, and that pulls our mid back into more of a rounded position. Alrighty, come down to the knees or up to a standing position. We're going to get ready for our push-ups here in about 10 seconds. So shake out those arms. All right, wide handprint, place the hands just underneath the shoulders. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Controlling to the floor. Want to think about your body as a moving plank, so you don't want to have any give through the low back or the hips. Oftentimes you'll see people peeling off the ground. Very nice. Almost there. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Onto the back, leg lowering abs or the tuck ups. You're not sure about those tuck ups, I'll show those this time. Arms out to the side, knees are going to be bent the whole time. I start with my legs down. Start when you're ready. I'm going to raise the hips up, and then with the knees bent really slow, I start to bring the feet back down. Same idea as when the legs are straight. It feels like my hips are going to roll away and the low back's going to arch. I pull the knees back into my chest before my feet touch the ground. So the strength of your midline will determine that range of motion that you're going to utilize for right now. Excellent job. Hugging the knees up and in, slowly lower. 1 or 2 more. And rest. Good job. We're going to go right into that bridge pose or bridge hold. Really key to pull the shoulder blades back and down, kind of lifting up the torso. This is a good heart opener here. So knees bent, chin in. When you're ready, push through the heels. Looking to interlace the hands underneath the body, and then I'll continue to pull those shoulders back and down. And lengthen the back of that neck. Draw the chin in. Squeeze the glutes. Open the chest. Good, almost there. 2, 1, and slowly lower down. Woo, beautiful. For sake of time, we're gonna leave the down dog pulses out this round. We're gonna roll over and we're gonna start our push-ups here in 15 seconds. This will be round 3 of 4. We'll get those pulses in at the end. All right, back to push-ups, wide handprint, ready, and begin. So also a good hybrid version, we call it. You can go down on the toes, up on the knees, working that full range strength, trying to control the chest to the ground. If you find yourself peeling off the floor, this is a great alternative. Drawing those shoulders back, keeping those elbows in. Excellent position. Very good. I want to avoid leading with the head. All right, last one. When you finish that rep, come onto your back. Leg lowering abs or tuck ups. Set the shoulders, arms out to the sides, and here we go. Check in with the position of the head. Sometimes that neck will start to arch. Take note that you're not holding your breath as you move here. So that's 20 seconds. Last one. And rest. Great job. Bridge position next. Draw those shoulders back, knees bent. And when you're ready, we'll lift those hips. Work the hands under the body. Use this as a good opener. This is a great kind of contrast to that push-up position. Good, that's 20 seconds. Continue to fire the glutes, draw the chin to the chest, lengthen the back of the neck as well as the low back. And there's 30. Gradually lower on down. Feel free to take a moment to hug the knees in if you need to loosen up that low back a little bit. And then we'll be into our final round here in 20 seconds. So back to those push-ups. All right. 10 seconds. Set the hands. Good control. And here we go. So we want to slowly lower down, especially if you're working on building strength there. Keeping that full range of motion. Excellent. If you get to where you lose that ability to push, you can come to the forearm, roll over to the side, come back up to the top, and then lower down from there. Then go to the opposite forearm, roll across, and make your way up. Woo! Finish that rep. And making your way over. Final set of leg lowering abs or tuck ups. Great job. Arms out to the side. Knees bent or legs straight when you're ready. Here we go. We'll go 40 seconds on this last set. Good. Make sure you're not cheating yourself. When I imagine if my hand were under the low back, that I'm like, oh man, that hurts. You're really pulling your spine so strong to the floor that I can really feel that engagement. Good, that's 30 seconds. We'll go final 10. 10, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. So you can stick with that bridge position if you'd like, or if you want to open up the body a little bit more, I'll go into tabletop. So I'm come up to a seated position, place my hands behind me, the knees bent. I'm going to raise up from here and hold this tabletop. So either bridge position or tabletop. You're in the tabletop. If you need to take a break, or same thing for bridge, you can always lower it down and then come up on when you're ready. Halfway through, 15 seconds left. Open the chest, head and neck neutral. Squeeze the booty and come on down. Woo. Great job. You need to loosen up the low back a little bit. And then as promised, we're going to come back into our last bit of down dog work. And we're going to turn our down dog into our cool down flow as well. So if you need to grab a drink of water, I didn't give you many water breaks this hour. Feel free to grab a drink. All right. And then when you're ready, we'll come back into that down dog position, focusing on those pulses first. So I'll rock forward onto my hands and then push back. Guide that heart towards the thighs. Breathe in as you rock forward, exhale as you rock back. And then this time, pedal out the heels. All right, from here, we're going to go into our extension with the leg into our pigeon. So let's start with the right leg. You're going to raise that right leg up, point the toes, extend the leg, and then glide it forward. Square the shin towards the shoulders, coming into pigeon. You can stay up on the hands if you'd like. You can come down to the forearms. Make sure it's not painful. I prefer not to see you just kind of collapse into this posture. So hold strong. We'll take about another 20 seconds here. Good, 10 seconds left. We're going to go into seated twist next. So we'll bring that back leg around. When you're ready, you'll sit down onto your right hip. Bring that left leg around. Sit nice and tall. And now hug that leg into the chest. Kind of use it as a little bit of a glute stretch first, and then we'll make our way into a deeper twist. Good. When you're ready, if you can work your right arm onto the left thigh, crawl the hands of the left arm around and peer over that left shoulder. Stay long through the spine as you do so, turning the head and neck also. All right, when you're ready there, go ahead, slowly loosen out of that. We'll make our way back into our final down dog, and then we'll do the same thing on the left side. Place the hands, turn the toes under. Here we go. Pulse back. And then left leg this time. Lift that leg, point the toe. Glide it forward. Square the shin to the shoulders. All right, Moose, show us your down dog. Oh yeah, big stretch. Staying tall or lowering down to your forearms, whatever feels best. All right, Moose. We'll take about another 15 seconds here, and then we'll make our way into seated twist. Yeah. Well done. When you're ready, come on up out of pigeon, sitting on that left hip, and gradually bring that trail leg around. Hug that leg in. Moose is still exhausted from Halloween. I don't think he slept all day. All the kids in the neighborhood. He wanted to go home with all of them. Everyone is his best friend. He gets so excited every time a new person came up the driveway, just shaking his whole body. When you're ready, right hand reaches behind you, curl those fingers around. If you can work that left elbow on the front side of the right thigh. Deep breaths here. All right, fantastic. And then we'll finish. I'm just going to come a little bit closer and we'll do a couple of neck movements to finish out. All righty, so we'll go ear towards the shoulder. And instead of thinking about dropping the ear down, think about lengthening the side of the neck that you're leaning away from. You can draw the shoulder back. If you want to sit on that palm, you can palm up, and we're just kind of tractioning this side down. Good. Back to neutral. Same thing, other side. Lengthen that side. Option to sit on the palm. Just focused on drawing the shoulder back. Keep the chin pulled in as you stretch. Good. Good. Back to center. We do the same thing on the other side, but we'll add a little bit of movement through the neck. So chin in, lengthen, lifting that ear up towards the shoulder. So if you're bending your head towards your right shoulder, now you're going to tilt the head, lift the chin, and peer over your left shoulder. So this should feel like in the front of the neck. I also feel it down the shoulder too. Good, making your way out of that, pull the chin back in. Same thing, other side. I'll sit on that hand, draw that shoulder back, chin in, lengthen through the ear. And now lift the chin, rotate the head slightly, turn the eyes, looking over into the, like you're trying to see if there's any cobwebs in the far, maybe your right side of the room. And release out of that. Great job. Chin down to the chest, looking down. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. And then chin in, looking up. Good. Another time there, looking down. If you'd like to add a little bit of overpressure, very gently on top of the head. And barely touching. And as I look up, I can cross the hands just underneath the collarbones, pull them down, lift up. And as I look up, I can rotate my head a little bit, bringing my chin over one shoulder, still looking up, back to neutral, and then chin over the other shoulder. Very good. And then just some gentle neck circles. And reverse directions. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna do 3 breaths together to finish. On the inhale, breathe in through the nose, lift those shoulders up. On the exhale, through the mouth, shoulders down. So this is where we want those shoulders to live. Twice more. Breathe in, raise up. Exhale, relax. Final time. Up. And all the way down. Fantastic. So anytime you notice yourself carrying some tension in your neck and shoulders, remember those breathing exercises just help to get it all loose. All right, stay hydrated. We'll see you next time.